that actually go live? Can this actually be correct? I did press it. I'll press it here as well, just to make sure. I don't know if I'm actually live or not. I appear to be. Good. Welcome back to Pokemon Sword, our Nuzlocke, where we try to get through the game under Nuzlocke rules, or at least under some Nuzlocke rules. I feel like I've tried doing a Nuzlocke at a point where people have decided how to do things, and I'm not doing it exactly the same way, so that's kind of sucked. But anyway, we're here in Wyndon. I should probably sort out my team so that I'm not going to get immediately murdered by Marnie. Which should mean grab locked up front. Actually, oh good, it is up front. Perfect. So into Wyndon. For there are 2 more trainers we need to beat up before we are able to access the final, well, essentially the Elite Four of the game with the Champions Cup. So, you know. We have to check our gym badges, but we have them all, so in a way it's nice being that Bede was disqualified, because it means now that it's just guaranteed that there's no need to worry about him being involved. Semi-finals will start soon. Pardon me. Do we have access to the box on here? We do! Ooh, okay, right, I forgot about that being a thing. So, before we begin, Marnie is our first opponent of the 2 that we need to face. Marnie has, of course, pretty much the same team as she had in front of Spikemuth, minus, well, no, additionally, not minus, an additional, because she has 5 this time. Oh god, 5 Pokemon. With a Grimmsnarl. Quite simple, actually. And, yeah, it has Prankster, but, and, quite strong maneuvers. But, it will be Dynamax, so we don't have to worry about any additional effects, just their standard sort of thing. So, in the Versus tab, it recommends us utilising Excadrill, Vespiquen and Machoke. Why not Grapple Locked? Of course, all of them are resistant to Dark, so once again, with just like the Spikemuth team, end of the day, utilising Fighting Fairy or Bug on the Lipod. We could start with Volcarona then, actually. We could set up on the Lipod and then just sweep. Well, attempt to sweep, because Toxicroak exists to forever be a pain in my ass, because bug resistance. Other than that though, psychic type maneuvers, flying or ground will do the trick. Keep in mind it has Venoshock and Toxic to try and do the whole poisoning thing, and then Sucker Punch in case we wanted to try and actually hit it, and it can scout when we want to. And of course Swagger to confuse us. Then back to Scrafty, gives us back to the Dark typing. Break is a thing. Again with Swagger, Scary Face and Crunch. Can't staz it due to Shed Skin, so it's... or at the very least, Shed Skin makes it harder to status. Morpeko. Same moveset as it had in front of Spikemuth. Bullet Seed is there to stop you from using your damn-fangled water types. Which, to be fair, it's an electric type. Oh no, wait, no. It has Bullet Seed not to stop electric types because that's Spark's job, but it's to stop the ground types. I need to remember that. And then Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's weaknesses are Poison, Steel, and Fairy, it being Dark Fairy. So if you happen to have a Poison or Steel type, they actually aren't too bad. Keep in mind, if we're using a Pokemon like Excadrill, where its defense stat is a bit on the lower end, Darkest Lariat can certainly deal a good chunk of damage. So you just gotta be careful, plus some bulk ups and torment to stop you from spamming the same move. So you just gotta keep that in mind. So in reality, yeah. Darkest Lariat can actually deal damage. So looking at it, most of them will probably die easily. We might actually just use Volcarona instead. I'm just thinking it through. Like, we take a little bit of damage from Fake Out, but then but then it can never use Fake Out again. It has to try and fight over our superior special defense. So, yeah, solid. I should also possibly make sure all my Pokemon have held items so that they are definitely working at their strongest and not at a suboptimal amount. So we have access to various berries if we really wanted to, but it is only going to really be useful if it's like that's going to be a status condition or something along those lines at this point. Quite a few of these are just basically, congratulations, you get your health back. I was like confused if you're the wrong nature. It's like, that's not the best idea. Could utilize a shell bell, get a bit of health every time inflicting damage. Pardon me. What else have I got? Muscle bands of physical maneuvers. Rocky helmet can be a nice thing as well. Flame orb is only for short burn. Pardon me. I have only eaten like a few minutes ago. Sweat bell is more for than that. Accuracy boosting, focus sash, and works in that sense. I don't want to put an assault vest on there. Scope lens does boost critical hits. Just, yeah, you know what? Put the scope lens on there because I don't think there's anything else. I have an air balloon. I'll save the air balloon for when it's 100% needed. As for Mr. Wine, I don't really think there's much on here that I would give it. However, I will happily give it the expert belt. Just make sure that its super effective maneuvers do a little bit more damage. And then, for whatever reason, I don't have a Miracle Seed equipped on Serena. I should probably do that. At least then that just means that the Trop Kick will do more. Actually, I forgot what I have forgot. I think I've gone past it. I think I've forgotten exactly what's on them in terms of moves. So, just to recap, this is what we're going in with. Why did we have to have special attack down? Volcarona's got good moveset. Grapploc's moveset. I could probably swap first or that's to something else, or Ultra-Lock. Extra Drill is your standard Extra Drill moveset, actually, to be honest. I think this moveset could probably do with a little bit of work, but that's just due to how recently we got it. Yeah, we still have Trop Kick. Okay, good. Because I think there are a few other grass moves that are physical that are a little bit stronger, but yeah, we don't have them, so. Also, Toxicity, this is the moveset you have on Toxicity. If you don't, then you're not playing Toxicity properly. And yeah, no, okay, so that's our movesets. Right, perfect. Right, let us enter. Enough beating around the bush, we've got a fight on our hands. So yeah, we're starting with Extra Drill, we'll utilise that more. And she'll definitely be starting with the light pod, so. Our first contestant, Marnie! Of course she would make it as far as she did. Team Yell kind of did aid her, even if she didn't like it. And yes, of course, we will not be taking it personally when she maybe kicks our butt. Who knows? This might be, if this is a very short stream for anyone watching this after the fact, then yeah, you'll know what happened. Light Pod! It does have fake out, so we do end up losing a ton if it goes for it. It might not go for it, actually. I don't know. It might try tormenting us. She'll claim that she's going with everything she's got, and it's like, yeah, possibly. Anyway, I'm just going to Quiver Dance. Torment. Okay. Well, with that, we don't have to worry about fake out at all, which means we do get our Quiver Dance in, but now we have to definitely attack. So that's fine, because its only way of attacking is not going to be useful. And it has been blocked. It wants to get Snow to actually do any damage, so fair enough. Sadly, Lightbard is quite a frail Pokemon, so yep, dead. I personally would have wanted to get in another usage of. Ooh, Scrafty. Going for the Scrafty over the Toxicroak. interesting approach. I am tormented, so me doing another quiver dance will help me out on that front. Oh, it's probably going for swagger. Yeah, damn it. Well, we're operating under confusion, so either we're going to get incredibly lucky or incredibly unlucky. Although this also means that our leech life is now stronger, which, I'll go fiery dance. Yeah, confusion doesn't work. And that's the Scrafty dead. And we got the special attack rise, yay! Okay, outside of confusion, practically everything should die horribly now. I guess this is what happens when you over level a Pokemon so you can get its bloody evolution, and then it's leveled a bit more, because you actively use it. Anyway, oh, in comes the Toxicroak. Right, we gotta be careful, it does have Toxic after all, and I'm still tormented, so Fiery Dance can't be used, so I guess we'll do one last Quiver Dance. We won't be needing Quiver Dance any longer. That's why I swap out. Yep, there's the Toxic. We're on a timer now. Fucking Torment actually hurt us there. Or I should have gone Bug Buzz or Leech Life with the previous attack. Now Toxic is badly poisoned. This means that not only do we take damage, but we take damage more. Well, we take more damage each time. So while we certainly would like, so it probably will be more Peko next. So while I would like to keep Volcarona in, I'm gonna definitely need to heal. Yeah, in comes more Peko. I can use a turn. I'm gonna get rid of the poison. So, where are my full stores? There they are. Then that Morpeko shouldn't be able to just murder us too easily. Spark will get the paralysis. That's not good. On the bright side, Bug Buzz will work. And we do hit. Good. Downside, we are paralyzed, which means there's just a chance that we won't be able to attack. But we have done that. We beat up the Morpeko, which means we are on the last Pokemon, Grimmsnarl, which will Dynamax. This might be a case of I'm gonna need to Dynamax and Max Guard the first attack potentially. Might not. I'm gonna Dynamax as well and just hope to God that Max Flare does its job. In a way. If we take enough damage where we're low, I can Max Guard, but we should be faster. We already have 100 base speed, and we've gotten all the speed ups. I'm overthinking it, but paralysis, maybe I'm not overthinking it. I don't know. But anyway, Giant Morph! Yay. Oh yeah, it's Gigantamax, because Gigantamax Grimmsnarl! Need to remember these things. That's right, I'm not hearing the game, because my headphones on. Now I can hear the game! Look at that majestic amount of Grimmsnarl. Hey, we hit! And I don't know if Dynamax can get us out of the way of being able to paralyze. Or at least the paralysis check. I don't know. We one shot! Sweet! We win! I understand why people do the level caps, but then we'd just be using we would be using our Festa, and it would not be working out in our favour. Anyway, we'll be going immediately into another fight, this time with Hog and his team of Pokemon. So, we'll examine the team. while we're going through the things. So yeah, while we're going through the cutscene stuff, because we beat Marnie. Hop's team. Felt like I had hair on my tongue. Ugh. So yeah, he does use double. That's kind of neat. A fighting type will do wonders here. Pardon me. And then of course, Corviknight. Good old weakness to fire and electric. And only neutral to fighting types. We don't get that long of a break because apparently Hop just murders the no-name person real quick, so we actually now have to prepare ourselves a bit more. Pichanchin, as from the previous fights where he used one, it's an electric type. It does have Thunderbolt and Poison Jab, and it actually has Curse. So, you know, kind of a neat little thing there. Snorlax, again, definitely can be a threat, depending on how things go. And Inteleon, the starter, fast, definitely hurts like a ton of bricks. We do have Toxtricity, but Legasp has Mud Shot. Hop actually does coverage with his starter. Holy shit. And Icy Wind's there to try and put a cap on you using a grass type. Although, doesn't murder Samina too much. We'll do have to be careful because he will Dynamax it. So we'll start with Grapple against the double. Just because that makes the most amount of sense. I'll probably have to swap to one of Mr. Rhyme or Toxtricity when it comes to Corviknight. No, we'll swap to Toxtricity for the Corviknight, 100%. So yeah, oh, I did not mean to click out of that. So yeah, and just for sparity's sake, it recommends us using Scraggy, Alolan Raichu, and Sandile. Why would I use a Sandile or Scraggy? Now Alolan Raichu, that makes sense. He has several Pokemon that are weak to electric. So yeah. I think this team is our final team currently. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have gone onto the pitch. I don't know. I forget. Are they all fully healed? Well, I mean, yeah, Volcarona. And hits! That's good. No, that's good. We have Flame Body, so I guess if we get hit with a physical attack at all, there's a chance of just the opponent being burned, which would be good anyway. That Mud Shot is there to stop me from using certain other Pokemon now. That's annoying, actually. Damn it, Hop. How dare you have coverage? And so the two that started their journey together, both endorsed by the champion, to the surprise of no one, makes it to the end. And we are challenged by Hop one last time. Well, at least within the main story. There are other fights. There are other fights of Hop you can access in the post game. We went from back garden wrestling to wrestling in a stadium. What's this? Is this some kind of like X7 situation? Wait. Superpower! Oh, gods and headbutt! Haha! I dodged. We aimed for that super effective hit and we murdered the double in one hit. We're switching. We are switching. I'd rather keep my defense, to be honest. And yep, Corviknight. So we'll switch over to Toxtricity. Ah! I can't eat my berries. No. Nope. I mean, that's Scary Face and Swagger, so we've got to be careful of that, but... Ah, Drill Peck, it was looking for the kill. Overdrive! Yeah. Now if he switches to Enchanted, I can keep Toxicity in. Same with Snorlax. Same with Teleon, actually. Toxicity can stay in for as long as I need to. Teeter Dance. If we really wanted to have Teeter Dance, we would be able to just confuse a Pokemon. I mean, Confusion isn't the worst. Confusion isn't the worst. I'm just looking at my movesets like Psychic, Freeze Dry, which is also super effective on Water type, so maybe I'll use Mr. Worm on the Inteleon, who knows. Sucker Punch is just a nice little bit of a haha, you fucker. And Miracle counts any special attack inflicting double the damage taken. That's only really going to be useful if you know for a fact that it's 100% likely for a special attack to be happening. I won't learn Teeter Dance. I honestly think Miracle's the better move. Black Sludge. Snorlax. Makes sense. Maybe we can't keep it in because high horsepower. What would be our best option then? Serena could work. Maybe not for Green. We take that much damage with... Yeah, we are swapping. We're swapping back to Grapplok. And we are going to definitely be aiming for a good strike. And this should be high horsepower. Yep. I made the right decision. Right. Fossil will work when we have less health. Let's just superpower. And we are definitely 100% faster. And Snorlax is down. Which means it's going to be either the Pincurchin or the Inteleon. Which one could be? Toxicity against level 55. That's lovely. Pincurchin. I'm saving the best till last. Pincurchin can deal a bit of damage with Thunderbolt, but at the same time we have Liquidation. And still, you know what? I'll throw down a superpower. We're higher level. That attack down didn't help out. Yes. Since it's not a ghost type, it will gain some stats as well as losing some speed. That's just a straight out simple logic. We'll throw down a liquidation on oh, damn you, full stop. I'm gonna switch to Excadrill then. Just out of fuck you. Because I already went down to attack with the superpowers, so... Haha! You tried to poison jab me, you fucker. Well... I'll set up Sand. Well, see, it's great and all that it's doing the curse because it's not boosting its Thunderbolt. I should probably do that. But to be fair, at the same time, Pincurchin actually legit just can't do anything, so... Teleon guaranteed to go first. Teleon is guaranteed to go first. Crap. Okay, I'm just not going to beat around the bush then. We'll Earthquake now because it's just going to spam Curse, which means I'll have to definitely take my time to do the whole being over his defense. But yeah. So now we're just down to the Inteleon, where Snipe Shot is a special attack that does a lot of damage. Even with Sand, I'm not too sure if it will work in my favour. i.e. I'm going to swap to... Like, I may be doing a bad play. I'm switching to Serena. And we are hoping that we don't take too much from a Dynamax attack, then I can go into... Either I can just spam healing items until I tell you I'm done with that, or go into Dynamaxing myself and hit with a strong grass type maneuver. That Mudchop really just stops me from using Toxicity, which is a shame because Toxicity would actually be a real good option otherwise. A big Inteleon. Ah, Max Quake. Max Quake? But you have Icy Wind. And I don't use special attack. Yeah, we're both available Samsung still, but it's just how it is. Well, okay, with it choosing to go for bad decision making on the moves, I'm just gonna Dynamax and go for Max Overload. Man, Hop made this a lot easier for me. Fucking hell. There's the Hailstorm. Just wondering where it was. Ah! Oh no, that hurt. Hop finally learned that ice is good again. Oh, it was a crit as well. Ah. And now it's hailing instead of being all roundery. Right, well, let's hope we one shot. Yay, we do! Oh, thank goodness. We do it! We did it! We did it! Yeah! Our next puzzle fight isn't until Woe's Tower, so supposedly, but I'll consider that when we earn more experience points. And we won our fight. Woo! And so Hop is now defeated. And the victor of the semi-finals is us. We are great, aren't we? And if we're not great, then maybe we're just somewhat good. Leaving the arena, and Leon's there to greet us. Yippee! But I wouldn't say that Hop made a good team. He had two normal types. I would say words. So, while the story carries on, Hop's team is a bit weird, really. Like, he could have opted for Trevenant. He could have opted for, what else did he do? Heatmore. He has options for other Pokemon over, say, Dubrool or Snorlax. Don't need two normal types. That makes it incredibly weak to a fighting type person. Of course, entering the hotel, we're now somewhat famous for doing a good job, so we get accosted by the news. We can't just outright go, it was brilliant, it was so fun, just being able to just go stompy stompy stomp on a person's Pokemon. Oh, pardon me. We're only allowed to be nice because we would be a nice rival to Hop if Hop was the main character. And of course we can get asked about whether we think we're going to be able to win the Champions Cup. The price of fame. Several hours later. Stupid Leon, if you're not going to honour agreements, then why should we care about you being our champion? Piers is here! Solely because Leon's gone up to Rose Tower. And then... So now we're working alongside Team Yell to get to Rose Tower, because apparently now we need to have the Pokemon League stuff be like, oh, how dare you want to be near the champ. You know what, we can keep Grapplock up front. They tend to have steel types. Also, I just love the fact that... Wait, is that the guy saying welcome, or is that the Honedge being able to go welcome in like a Honedge style? Hello, Honedge, you floating sword. Anyways, making our way out of the hotel. Piers is here. Actually, do we need to talk to him, or do we not need to talk to him? No, we get cutscenes, so I'm assuming that was the correct method. Mon is exhausted, but is here anyway, and there's a Morpeko! Yeah! Morpeko wants to help, as per usual. And Olania here is now to be all like, Rose is busy, don't interrupt him. And that apparently means that we need to now be against them and all that. We need the key. Darn. However, a member of League staff has it. Okay. This means that this definitely ends up feeling like a little bit of filler, but then again at the same time this does mean that you do get a bit more level going on before the Champions Cup itself. Might as well fast travel over to the plaza, as that gives us the power of being here. Not only were they wearing a specific shades, but they were also having their jacket unzipped, so that means looking around the area, hoping to find the one guy that is of the variety. And this guy's choosing to just have themselves turned around like an idiot. You don't have the key, you know. Impossible! Haha! And now we fight. They're classed as Macrocosmos. So that means if Rose was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, he'd be using those Marco's Cosmos cards, Helios. Which would mean a lot of banishing, so yeah. Anyways, this guy is still using a Meowth over a Berserker, so I think I could have even used the reversal, to be honest. I don't think I needed to use Superpower. I'll be perfectly honest, that might have been a bit overkill. Pardon me, and I went. Thanks for the help, Marnie! Yelling about cheering me on and all that, and woo, speed boost. Not really what I'm needing, but hey, Superpower Grapplocked! Damn you, part bug type! Ow. Well, I can always go to the Pokemon Center and heal after this, thankfully, or, you know, just use a different Pokemon, like Volcarona. I could just be using Volcarona, but, eh. So instead of abating by the rules of Pokemon battles, we now have to go and fight him again. God damn it, I'm just going to go and heal. Draw him. Okay, I can definitely feel where a lot of the infection was. But on the bright side, doesn't look like it's coming back all of a sudden, which means I think the antibiotics did kick it all out at the cost of my well-being. Right, now we need to find him again. Hear that? No. You're still with the Mudsdale. No, wait, no, that is the right guy. I keep... Because the shades... Well, you know what? Yeah, let's use full Corona. Fuck it, we'll just go with our hardest and strongest and all that. I didn't talk to anyone. I needed to remember. But the second battle is waged. This time, more wild. Oh, more wild. Wait, hang on. Legend CA means most likely Mega More Wild. Let's face it, More Wild having huge power would be a really good thing if it was just having it in its baseline sense and not just under its Mega Evolution. Maybe make it a hidden ability or something for it to have. But no, we don't want More Wild to actually be useful. Anyways, a little bit of a tangent there while we murder it with a blazing fire that murders it all. And an extra drill! Yeah! You know what? I'll take the defense boosts. Fiery Dance still super effective, because ground doesn't actually give them resistance. I think it would, but no, it doesn't. Good old steel typing being the bane of Excadrill's existence. That's why Excadrill might be swapped out. In a way, because, you know, gotta figure that one out. Well, yeah, you did switch out your Pokemon while running. Bravo, it didn't work. Maybe you used the full team, that would be a good thing. You say hi to a tree in a forest. Well, here's the thing, I'm looking for a tree in a forest, but not really. This guy didn't even fucking bother, he just hid in a telephone box. Maybe he should have checked the colour to remember that it definitely would not be a TARDIS to be able to get a swift quick away into a different time period. Not Ferrothorn? Alright. Ferroseed! Actually, Ferrothorn is a good Pokemon. I'd happily use one myself if setting up was more imperative to a fight. And also if I actually caught one at all in this playthrough of the Nuzlocke, but I didn't, so but it's dead because 4 times weak to fire. And still it's same issue as Excadrill, it definitely cannot. Thank you, Mari. You're the best. And you, viewers, you're the best. Congratulations. Once again, still ground, so Fiery Dance! Ugh. Had some gunk in my mouth for this, and that was fun. No, wait, no, the opposite of fun. And so the guy's running off to the monorail. The guy essentially is beaten. It's like you fought a full team of 6, but not really. However, this part of the plan is certainly a smarter one. There's the monorail. Oh, but why are people all looking the same? Damn it. And now it's time for Pierce to actually do something. And you can always just assume vocals occurring because maybe Pokemon one day will have actual voice acting in its mainline entries, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe Game Freak actually will bother. I don't know. That's when I call them lazy. It's when they don't do something that the industry's been doing for so long. Of course the Scissor Games are happy, and yeah, you know what? this did work out in everyone's favour. I like the six just being like, yay, with the music. Little punk rockers that they are. Maybe a little bit glam rock, but eh. And so we've made it to Rose Tower. Yippee! We won't have any additional help from Team Yell at this point. But hey, you know. Trying to impress Rose. Another thing I'd do. Piers would have thought we would have gone further up than we have. And yeah, we can talk to Marnie and Piers, but I don't think we get anything out of it, so... Yeah, pardon me, I think it's probably because we are healed up. No, we're not. We still only have 6 uses of Fiery Dance at the moment. That's the one thing. What ethers do I have? None. I might be better off not going ballistic with Fiery Dancers. AKA, probably maybe I go with Extra Drill a little bit, use Earthquake. Cell Battery. That's only really useful if I'm equipping it onto a Pokemon that's gonna get hit by Electric Maneuver. So that's not so useful. And over here, an Electric Seed. Man, they really want you to have electric stuff, don't they? Rare candy. Perfect. We can give an extra level to a Pokemon. Aha! TM93, Eerie Impulse. Exposing the target to it harshly lowers the target's special attack. Hey Hop. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, because I want to save Fiery Dances for Alania. I think what we'll do is we'll throw in Extra Drill for a little bit. We'll be taking on Steel types, so a good old Earthquake will do the trick quite well. Oh, Hop, it's meant to be a tower that Rose has. And we can Dynamax our Pokemon on the roof, which, you know, suggests what we'll be having to do as a later fight. AKA this. No need to worry about the lift, you're not going there. Ah. And so we now have to fight our way up. Oh look, it's another Durant. I should have had for Corona up front, damn it. Ah well, Earthquake will still do its job. See? Ah, the rules of Pokemon means give me your money. You can't afford a house. Damn it, even in Galar the housing market has gone to shit. Well, in we go. Welcome to Rose Tower proper. This is most of the time we're going to be here is going to be done in the form of an elevator and occasionally trainers, staff that are going to try and stop us. Because how dare you try to get up to the top of the tower? Obviously they have control of where to stop the elevator, so really they could have just Like it goes up like a little bit, and it's like, well, we can't actually access any of the doors. Ah, shit, kind of thing would be. It's only a way of doing it. But no, the elevator does actually go up, so. Oh yeah, Bonsong has levitate. Damn it. Well, I murdered a Goofon. And Hop Stub Rule. Way to go, me! No! Hop Stub Rule! No! Oh, the humanity! Hop, could you send out a Pokemon that's going to be good against Bonsong, please? And naturally, all I've got here is Melt Claw, so I'm going to switch. It's got that psychic typing, so I want to savor things because we can actually see on the team there, like Falkron is going to be real good against Olania, Frostlass, Serena. Garbodor's just poison, which is the only thing really. But also, hey, the poison fire typing of Salazzle, you'd think, oh wait, I'll go with Excadrill. Aha! Yeah, actually has a way of dealing with that. It should be, it's good. In fact, the app here does recommend Excadrill, Dreadnought, and Whitehorn, mainly just because that makes sense. But we can actually take a look and go, yeah, no, it has Corrosion and Incinerate. Excadrill's not the right option for that fight. Which means what is the correct option? Would be... Funnily enough, actually, Excadrill wouldn't be a bad option necessarily, but we'd go last and we'd take a ton of damage. In the process... looking through, it's like maybe Mr. Wine would be the best option, really, on the psychic sense, but that Incinerate's going to be in the way. Well, 50 and it can deal damage. So, yeah, actually, the Salazzle might be a problem. I don't know yet. Indeed, this lift is extraordinary. It certainly is a marvelous technology, though, but they could stop us on every single... Hop actually now does heal us, thank you, Hop. But that's the thing, like, they could just stop us on every floor and accost us with trainers. Outright telling us that we are half the way up certainly is not sure if that's the smartest move, but yeah. Clang and Mobile. No! See, Intimidate's not a bad ability anyway for Mobile to have. Because it does mean now my Earthquake isn't going to be as effective, boo. But, yeah, still super effective, so it'll still do more damage than it would otherwise. So, yeah. It just means that the Mobile caused me to not murder the double as much. Bravo. Ease time. I'm just going to need to consider what I want to start with. Volcarona deals with the Frostlass really easily. Grapplock can't because of its ghost typing. I still could because that ice ghost typing, unless it has levitate, then maybe not. No, it has no cloak. But it has no way of setting up ice. As Double Team Will-O-Wisp, Icy Wind, and Hex. maybe my best option ain't Volcarona? No, yeah, no, Volcarona might be my best option to start with. Like, I can set up a little bit. Stunfisk, the Galarian form, and Steelix. It be Steelix. Funny thing is that ground is not resistant to ground, so behold, why Steelix is not a good Pokemon. It has real good physical defense. Like, really, really good physical defense, but it doesn't have the health stat to utilize it. Same with, which is the same issue that Onix itself has. Where it's like, cool, you have a nice thing that stops you from maybe dying to a single attack. But then you're going to die from a second attack because you don't have the health. Like, imagine, like, Chansey's health, or Blissy's health even for that matter, on a Steelix. Extra wants to be petted. Aww. See, now this works out in our favour. Corviknight being there when I do an Earthquake works out much better. But then again, the game, they programmed it so that the ball's up front no matter what, which it sucks in a way. Another set of them defeated. Yeah. Yeah, so hey, this is a simple situation, really. But again, like, they could just not activate the elevator. They could just be like, hold the elevator. And what would we physically do about it, you know? So yeah, I'm going to start with Volcarona. It just makes sense to do that. We take little damage from the moves, and Will-O-Wisp won't do much, so we got all the way up. Whoopee! And Elena now wants us to leave. She's making it sound like there'd be no one for Leon to battle, but the Champions Cup, like, if we losing the Champions Cup, then that person would just go on towards fighting Leon. So, a little wrong there, but you know, we won't complain too much. Anyways, Frostlass. I'm actually gonna set up Quiver Dance. There's a chance of double team, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. No, Icy Wind. Fair enough, it's stab after all. And it stops me from rising my speed. I'll do another Quiver Dance and then I'll start trying to sweep. Shame I can't get my speed up and all that, but oh well. She had time to set up double teams, and I would then have a harder time just on hitting. And hell, Hex would have done more damage. But hey, you know. I like Elena's team, actually. Elena's team. Frostlass, Serena, Salazzle, Milotic. I'll admit I've not really ever used a Milotic because Feebas is really annoying to get in the games you probably want to get them in the games they were introduced in, and even in generations after, because fuck you, you're not getting a good Pokemon that easily. Buzz. Yeah. I could have hurt myself quite badly though, actually, because has Recover, Arc Ring, Safeguard, and Surf, we just have such high special attack that it didn't matter. Which you know. It's a sign of move and nothing. Yeah, there's the Serena. I'm surprised not going for the Salazzle yet. Because that would be harder for me to actually have anything for. Anyway, Fiery Dance. I'm not tormented, I just want to use Fiery Dance. Right, so it's probably the Salazzle next. Oh, it could be Garbodor. And I'll say it, Garbodor, not the worst thing ever. Not the worst. but you know, anyway, Salazzle, that makes sense. It's level 50, we're losing level 65. It's resistant to everything we have. But we have got quite a nice amount of special attack. Ooh, pardon me. And we're over leveled. I should not be allowed to do this. I understand completely the level caps. Maybe one day in the future we'll go at this again and I'll respect the level cap. I'd be hamstrung very easily in like every situation possible, but you know. Now Garbodor has Gunk Shot and it could hurt because our lower special defense, lower physical defense stat. In fact, it is entirely a physical Pokemon. Also, we are actually with Bug Fire. Oh yeah, because Stomping Tantrum. Now, this is when Dynamaxing is definitely going to be useful. We're just going to Max Flare. I could have Dynamaxed back on the Sereno actually. Just set up the Max Flare and then just go for the sweep. But, nah, well. I like me Giant Moth. Why did I call it Wingman? I should have called it Mothra. Fuck. Nah, well. If we ever end up having another Larvesta into Volcarona situation, maybe I'll call it Mothra. Wait, hang on, I played Dangers in Yu-Gi-Oh! What the fuck am I doing not immediately going for the Kaiju stuff? I played Danger Kaijus. Why the fuck did I not go for a reference to that? To my actual to an actual Yu-Gi-Oh! deck I use. Specifically in Master Duel. I do have fun with it sometimes. I do like the fact that they gave Garbodor a Gigantamax form. It's just like out of the blue. It's just like, oh, here's Gigantamax Garbodor, and it's like, oh, okay, it's kind of neat. Just the various objects it's in amongst the trash. It's just like, oh, Game Freak, they do know what they're doing when they actually bother. But we did it. Volcarona swept, and then, funnily enough, Volcarona's gonna sweep the next fight as well, actually, a little bit, because the next fight's better, and this team's only at most level 53. Oh boy. Okay, our next fight's going to be just 4 Pokemon before, so that's going to be fun. Though I might not use Volcarona up front for the fight after Bad Days, because of who will be fighting. Anyways, we did it. We beat Olania, which means we get to interrupt Leon's meeting, which would have been in cutscene form, but we have skipped movies on, so we made you worry, Hop, and that's just not on. We'll actually now have dinner with Leon. Yippee. And Rose, of course, is planning to do something really stupid before we fight Leon. I'll say it right now. In the 1,000 years in the future, we'll have this big issue where Eternatus will return. 1,000 years in the future. Do you know how few of us would be around in 1,000 years unless they figured out a way to prolong human lifespans to a lot longer than they currently are? 100 years? Oh, there's a chance that there's a chunk of us still around. That would very much be the case. Modern medicine and all that has been improving more and more. We're able to trust the League staff that are here now, at the very least, apparently. Ultimately, though, it's like, 1,000 years, no one would be alive at this point. Like, yes, it's an issue that needs to be dealt with. But Rose needs to make it an issue now. Anyway, I'm going to swap over to... we'll be taking on... Bede has a team of psychic Pokemon. Well, no, not psychic. He's now got a team of fairies, although 2 psychic fairies. Mawile, Gardevoir, Galarian Rapidash, which is not fire, ignore the thing, and Hatterene. Recommendations are extra white on the load of Marowak, for whatever reason. So if we take a look at our stuff, fire is going to be really useful against the Mawile, and then everything else is going to be weak to like steel and poison and whatnot. So basically we can switch over to Toxtricity somewhat. Then again, maybe not, because yeah, no, because Psychic kills. Damn. We could actually stick to Volcarona, actually. Because I can set up on the Mawile. So yeah, let's head on in. Never mind, Hop's in the way. Wyndon Stadium. We've been in here once already, Hop. No need to start giving us a spiel about it. Once again into Wyndon Stadium. We can do this, we can win, yeah! The bracket will be revealed to us all, as all the gym leaders get to be here. So welcome to the Champions Cup, where every single gym leader plus you. Well, okay, 7 gym leaders, obviously. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, hang on. Right. Didn't we fight 8? We're missing one. Who are we missing? Dark Water Dragon. Oh yeah, Fairy. Yeah. My bad. Opal's not here. So it's all the other gym leaders plus you. Because Opal, of course, is probably busy actually retiring. For whatever reason, we're just standing on the pitch waiting for the opening ceremony when Bede appears. Wearing the fairy type gym trainer attire. Bede challenges us to a fight. Apparently we're allowed to do this because just anyone could theoretically do this and just walk onto the field and be like, haha, I challenge you. That doesn't work like that. You'd probably get tackled by security within seconds. Can you believe this? Having to be covered in pink? Really? Is being covered in pink clothing all that bad? Is the colour pink all that bad? Let me relay to it. I'm not going to change my trousers out for my pink shorts because no one will see that. But is pink really, really so bad? My Jigglypuff now wears a hat. And it's still so high good. So, well, despite the fact that I know what sort of types I would like to use if I was a gym leader, I actually probably would get assigned fairy and I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll take it. There's some really cool fairy types I'd have on a team, actually. Azumarill, Mawile, Sylveon. Sylveon just makes sense, it's the most fairy of all fairies. One of the psychic fairies, there's just so many. Obviously, maybe a Wigglytuff. Maybe I'd just have a Jigglypuff. In an anime sense, have a Jigglypuff just as like a partner Pokemon kind of thing. But really tough for battle would be better. And yet, I would much prefer being like a rock gym. A rock ground sort of gym. Or grass. I like me some grass types. Just say certainly something. No, I think there is no bad type in Pokemon. Like, Like, yeah, there's types that don't do as good in certain regions, like grass does horrible in Johto. Yeah, pardon me. But other than that, like, outside of that sort of situation, I think there are no bad types. We get crunched, because it makes sense. Why would we not do that? My defense! No! Well, that's it. Fiery Dance. Oh, I should probably have this up. Good old Volcarona murders the Mawile. And we get Gardevoir up next. Gardevoir has Psychic, that could be bad. Synchronized so we can copy Dazzling Gleam and all that. We'll just go with a Bug Buzz. It's neutral, but you know. Gardevoir. Hey look! I just murdered a Gardevoir! I don't know what I'm trying to reference. But whoever I'm trying to reference, they probably are a real cunt. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I have a person in my head right now. And that person, I think it'd be best if we just don't even think about. Still respect their pronouns, but probably just not worth thinking about. Oh, well, that flies over everyone's heads, hopefully. I'll go Fiery Dance. I forget if this is pure fairy or it's another psychic fairy situation. Doesn't matter, we killed it. We killed the Rapidash, meaning it's just a Hatterene left. Bravo me, it has got a psychic and can do a decent bit of damage. But other than that, we should be fine. Think you're going to win? Oh yes, actually. I have all my Pokemon. You have one. And I'll Dynamax Max Flutterby just to make sure that I do this thing called win. I love this. All of my Pokemon on my team, they have proven themselves. Except for Mr. Wime. Mr. Wime has done nothing on my team so far. Literal nothing. Might actually do something though. Because we might use that on my home. Hatterene is now real big. Doesn't matter though, because we're murdering it. Yep. Aren't we great? Anyway. Fissure! Fissure, fissure, fissure. It's one of those insta-kill maneuvers. Fuck off. We do not use insta-kills here. Besides, they're so inaccurate. You just aren't getting it. Unless we had one of the moves that allowed us to facilitate being guaranteed to hit, it would just not be worth it. But thank you, Bede, for showing off the fairy type to us all. No match for the Volcarona, more like. Just restart your career, you fool. Damn it! Now I can't get away from Opal. No. The future of the Pokemon League here. Right. Do we have our PB back? Yes, we do. Okay, well, we marked the victory on that. Let us go to our next fight immediately. It is, behold, water. So, for obvious reasons, we will not be starting with Volcarona because, well, actually, part of me would be like, well, maybe we could because it's Sonic Elizabeth. But no, it is a very physical Pokemon. We would actively kill ourselves doing that. However, it does start with it being a Bug Water. This is to try and stop you from just going in with a grass type and calling it a day. Also some coverage with Shadow Claw. Liquidation actually hurts Toxtricity. Ooh. But we are guaranteed to be faster, plus it's a Gliscopod. I'm going to swap it over to having Toxtricity up front for the start of this fight. Then we have Pelipper with Drizzle, which will guarantee rain being a thing for us to deal with. If I want to counteract it, I can always swap into Extra Drill, use Sandstorm. Probably not the best idea. Then there's Power Scooter. It has Drill 1. And is faster. Ugh. So we'll have to swap into something that ain't going to get immediately murdered. But I do have to be careful. It might predict the switch. Then there is also Random Seeking. It does things. And of course Dreadnought. It's Dreadnought. What do you expect at this point, you know? So we'll just have to keep that all in mind. If we don't one-shot the Gliscopod, it will use emergency exit. So let us go in. For prosperity's sake, we should look, and it's like, I am a choke grapple. It's recommending some of those because of the Dreadnought being part rock, meaning it's weak to fighting, while of course some of the others are other parts. The waiting is over, the finals are beginning! The one trainer to have made it through all the way to here, and of course the first of the repeat fights we're getting from the gym trainers that we fought first already, Nessa and her water types. Funnily enough, due to the fact that we chose Grookey at the start, Nessa actually has a better chance at beating Leon because of the fact that he has 2 fire types. And speaking of which, Nessa has Dreadnought. Dreadnought hard counters Charizard. Well, anywho, let's overdrive Rue and just get on with our lives. One Gliscopod easily defeated. Was there any doubt that we would beat Gliscopod that easily? In comes Power Scooter. I need to switch. I absolutely need to switch. I could max guard with Toxic. Pardon me, but no, I'll swap to Serena. We're slower, but at least we don't take a bajillion damage from it. This is where it's a scout situation. Nope, Drill 1. Yep. Good on us for scouting that one. Now let us drop kick and hope for the best. Yep, here comes the Ice Fang. Ow. No! I pulled out immediately! Fuck you! Fuck you for trying to freeze me, Pokemon! Oh god. I've played too much Gen 1. where it's like, you see the Pokemon has frozen solid. It's just an indication of because it will not fall out unless the enemy is an idiot enough to use a fire type move. Well, anyways, over to the Seeking. Saving the Pelipper for later. I can see why though. Mega Horn is a thing. I'm gonna drop kick. I think I'm able to kill. Yep. Good. So it should be Pelipper next, which we will be swapping because Air Slash will hurt quite a bit. Yep, in comes Pelipper. Its Water Pulse will also do more, and it has Tailwind. So it might just go for Tailwind first, try and guarantee that it will go faster than any of my Pokemon, and the Tailwind will then be a thing for me to worry about when it comes to also taking on the Dreadnought. Let us switch over to Toxtricity. We can then deal with Pelipper easily, 4 times weak to Electric. Yep, setting up Tailwind. No, that's fine. I could have stayed in then, but probably for the best for me to do this. Yeah, and then there's War Pulse. Fair enough. It's faster. There's Drizzle. There's Wayne. It does deal a decent bit of damage because of that. Oh, actually, should have swapped to that. Yeah, it does still quite a nice bit of damage because we're not really all that defensive. However, this does mean that we are actually lower on health than I would want to be because Liquidation is gonna hurt. But there is a thing I can do. I want to max lightning. Because even switching could hurt. I'm going to do this because it's Dynamaxing. Well, no, Gigantamaxing. So, if I've made the wrong play, then we lose Toxicity. If I've made the right play and we one-shot, then great news, fellas. We did our job and nothing goes down. That Liquidation, it says here like 59%, but that's of level. Our Toxicity's near enough where it's like, it could possibly go down. But it's only 1 times effective, it's not super effective. Oh, but we are in the Wayne. No, it's going max Rockfall. Never mind, it went for the Rock Tomb. Utilising Rock Tomb. Still hurt. Definitely still hurt. Now it's Sand, which ups its special defense, which means this Max Lightning might not kill. Yeah, Max Lightning didn't kill. Fuck. Max Lightning didn't kill. Damn. But good news, the Black Side still works. It goes first, doesn't it? Because the Tailwind's still active, I need to max guard. And she used the full restore! You bitch! Well, okay, since we're doing that, I'm just gonna max guard again. It's petered out, but I'm just gonna max guard again. I'm not, you're not dealing the damage. Now we'll be out of. Now we're out of its now there's no Dynamax stuff. Bravo! I'm gonna switch to Serena. And if I need to heal, I'll heal. Because here's the thing, it could go for Jaw Lock, we'd be locked in, and then it could go for the kill. No, Rock Tomb. Yeah, utilising the Sand. I'll heal. Sand's still active, but I'm definitely killing. We'll use a Max Potion, and then we'll go in for the Drop Kick, and hope for the best. That speed down means we probably are slower now. Yeah, there's Liquidation. That's Stab, but we're not in Wayne, so that won't do as much as it would have beforehand. There we go, Sand subsided. Ledger Twain still active a little bit longer, but no, never mind, it's now gone. Right, good, all that stuff's now gone, so now it should be. No, I just want to bag again. God damn it, me. Fight. Drop kick. Ah, there's the Jaw Lock. We're now locked into Serena. And it was a quick, because it fucking was. There we go. Maybe I could have made this a little bit easier earlier, but Serena was damaged. I wasn't too sure switching him was a smart decision. But we did it! Our next fight, which we'll be going into immediately, is B with our fighting types. We have to contend with a Horlucha, a Grapploct, a Farfetch'd, the Surfetch'd for that matter, has Leaf Blade, Farlinks, and of course, Machamp. Volcarona resists all of these fighting type maneuvers, but we've got to be careful to watch him on the on the Phalanx. And the bounce on the Hawlucha, which means we might actually just start with Toxtricity again. So, thing with Machamp is that it definitely does stuff. And we can see here that Piers beats Kaboo, and Waihan beats Milo, and B beats Gordy. For Sword, for Shield, it would obviously be Alistair beating Melody. Simple enough. Back here, we can actually sort out our stuff a little bit. We'll start with Toxtricity again, because it will be fighting the Hawlucha first. It's faster, but we hit hard. And even then, it might go for bounce. Pardon me, by the way. So, you know. This is certainly something. The semi-finals of the finals, or rather the quarter-finals even potentially, because in true fashion this is essentially a gold rush, and Vader fights the champion at the end. You know, it's like you go onto like SVR away and you do gold rush, and then you can fight like I don't know. Passing that's probably because of the entire time. I don't remember who exactly has it, but probably Cena. That was peak Cena years, so. High jump kick! Ow! Not very effective, but still, just. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Hawlucha's dealt with. So it might be Grapple Lock next. Might not be. Don't know yet. Yep, Grapple Lock. Simple enough. Pure fighting this time instead of having a partness to it all. We can Toxic if we feel like it's going to be like one of those kinds of sort of situations. But let's face it. This is normal effectiveness. Or Boom Burst. Just go for our strongest attack. Yeah, okay, Grab Lock's dealt with. Are we still faster than... We are faster than all of the Pokemon. We might just be able to do this with Boom Bursting. And it was just the Hawlucha that was faster. So, yep, in comes the Surf Edge. Surf Edge! I love the look of Surf Edge. It's like this... It's like in like any of like... in like a farming simulator game where it's just like, yes, this leak can be a weapon. That's kind of fun, actually. Anyway. Low special defense Pokemon that also... no first impression, so we don't have to worry about it getting a priority move in. Next up should be the... Ooh, what's landing high jump kick? Serena. I don't know, we're not really using aromatherapy. We'll take it. Having that fight and coverage, that's not a bad thing actually. And also in the event of Grapple Lock going down, not the worst thing ever, to be honest. We'll take it. In comes the Phalanx. Phalanx, 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 Phalanx. If that's not how it works, and like if it ever appears in the anime, then I'm sad. Anyways. We are sweeping bees team. We are sweeping bees team. We are sweeping bees team. Ha 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 ha. I'm getting cocky. That's not good. Doing our heels, not giving up. Yeah. Oh, can she overcome the odds? Will she Super Cena me? With her Machamp. Would that be stronger? No, actually no. Max Strike would be better. I gotta say, this is probably one of the most Pokemon battled heavy parts to the Nuzlocke just because this is all we've got. And just fight after fight after fight. Because after we've done this fight, we've got Wyndon, and then after that we've got all the Eternatus stuff to just wrap up. And then after that, Leon, and then we'll be done. So, whew. Exhilarating morning for me. If we get to Leon and we lose, I'll be like, hey, you know what? I made it to the final fight. That's better than I thought I'd do, considering how well the Violet thing went. Maybe we'll return to Violet. Maybe I'll just like delete those ones and just like be like, me Nuzlocking Violet. No, I Nuzlocked Sword first. Whatever do you say? Just shift the eye. We're max striking each other. We're slowly slowing down as we slug it out. But I have Black Sludge, so haha. Also, we did not deal as much damage as I would like. Damn it. You know what Max Lightning will do, because that's will actually probably do a little bit better because of Stab. And then also we get that, which, you know, works too. Works too. There is actually a bit of coverage on this Machamp, as it does have Fire Punch. See, Max Flare. I'm gonna have to deal with Sun. Here comes the sun, doo 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 doo. It's been so hot recently, I'm melting. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm not joking. Actually, the other day it was 20 degrees. Yesterday it was at a point I went outside and I could feel that it was maybe not too hot, but it was definitely a lot warmer than I was liking it being. So definitely, it's definitely that sort of weather. Like in the morning, I could just have like the air vents open, but in the afternoon, if I was to be streaming, probably just to open the window. But we did it! Toxtricity swept the fight! Whoopee! Which then leads us to Wyndon's team. He does some things a little bit differently than in his other fight. Partly because it has to actually be one-on-one this time, thank fuck. But also just the fact that he starts off with not a dragon. He starts off with Torkoal. That's a very high physical defense stat. Fuck. But, you know, it has Lava Plume. It actually would hurt. Extra actually might be the better option. I'm not sure. But, yeah, it's just us and Wyndon left. So, let us pull this up while we're looking this stuff. Marnie is here. Because Piers screwed up and didn't beat Wyndon. But hey, you know, they're cheering us on. Lovely. Thank you, Piers. Thank you, Marnie. Shame we can't see more Peko. We do have to deal with the fact that Torkoal here, despite its weaknesses of water, ground and rock, it actually does have some nice coverage to it. Lava Plume, Solar Beam, Body Press, which, yeah, Yawn to try and put us to sleep. Also, Drought means it's guaranteed sun. Damn it! So if I was to use Volcarona, we would be resisted. And that's the only issue. Extra Drill actually is not the best of options. Really, I don't think I've really got something that's really, like, outright super good against Torkoal. But if we go up to the rest of the team, we get, look at it, Scudra! Oh, it's a pure dragon. It doesn't have its steel typing because that's the Hisuian form. A lot less physically defensive Pokemon, but does have Thunder, Surf, Muddy Water, and Rain Dance to get out of the sun, and can absorb grass maneuvers with Sap Sipper. Darn. Then Turtonator returns from the gym trainers from the previous situations, where it has Shell Armor, Sunny Day to get the sun back, Dragon Pulse, Shell Trap. So if you just use a Pokemon that does special attacks, it will never be able to use Shell Trap. Fire Blast as well, just a real good fire type maneuver. So Toxtricity actually might be not too bad. I on that one. Obviously, if you have a water, obviously Dragon, Ground and Rock types. Again, there's still typing on Extra Drill. It's just screwing it up because Shell Trap and Fire Blast both hurt. Then we've got Flygon with its damn Earthquake and Levitate, so we can't hit it with ground maneuvers, but Mr. Y might actually have a use before it gets murdered by an Earthquake, but still. And then of course the Valadon bringing up the rear. A repeat from the fight last time round, just without the double battle sensibilities, so take for that what you will. And Volcarona is actually really bad for this fight due to the fact that it has Stone Edge. Yeah, that's actually painful. We actually can't switch into Volcarona. Otherwise I would swap into Volcarona and murder the fuck out of it. And I can't really necessarily go with Volcarona as a whole, just due to its very resistant to bugness due to the fire types involved. But we could still. Because we could utilize, we could be idiots. I'm considering my options. Part of me wants to start with Excadrill and go for it, but also Toxtricity also is not a bad option because we'll be doing special attacks which counteracts its physical defense capabilities. I'm going to start with Toxtricity and go from there, because it also means that if they go for Wayne, then yeah. Toxtricity is just proving to be a good starting point, really. And then I can swap at a good point, try and swap maybe, but last match of the finals. Can we beat Wyhan again? Wyhan actually did actually kill Pokemon off of us, so this is a one-on-one situation. So we do have to keep that one in mind. Starting off with Torkoal, we're starting off with the Toxtricity. Let us go for the Stab Overdrive. We're guaranteed to go first against Torkoal. And we're being yawned. Oh, the forward store. He used it on the Torkoal. Fuck. Okay, well. Quit. Yeah! Oh, it was a range. Yeah, no quit message, so yeah, it was a range. Toxtricity did it, but now it's asleep. Fuck. Which means we do have to now spend a turn using the forward store. But maybe not. It's Flygon. We take a lot from Earthquake, sadly. And it's guaranteed to go fast. Oh boy, pardon me. How does Serena react to its maneuvers? Actually, a lot better. Well, we'll swap to Serena. We have to swap out Toxtricity, it's asleep, and I cannot risk the turns that would take, or the full restore that I'd have to use. Yep, there's the Earthquake. We predicted the Earthquake. Sadly, we're only going to be doing neutral damage, but that's fine. That's fine. We can also high jump kick. It would deal the most damage. If it misses, we'll hurt ourselves, but it's a risk we're willing to take. And it comes to Sand to raise its special defense. We're not utilizing a special attacker at the moment, so that's not too bad. But we will be buffeted. He has different messages for each of the weathers, which is good. Makes sense. We dealt damage, and that's good. We'll just... I can't guarantee with the U-turn. Drop kick will definitely do its job though, and Drancor does its job as well, dealing a good amount of damage there. Good news is, Turtonator would have to set up the Sunny Day. I have to switch. How does Toxtricity fare against Turtonator's moves? Not too well actually, because it's not as well as I would like it to. We'd be better off sending in this is the thing. Part of me wants to send in Mr. Wine, but at the same time, not. We'll swap. If it's going for Shell Trap, then that doesn't matter. If it's going for Sunny Day, it does matter because then Fire Blast is going to hurt us. Yeah, it went for Shell Trap. Okay, cool. Cool, that does nothing because we swapped. And yeah, we take a little bit of damage from the thing, and so does it, which is good. That's good. It's part fire typing means Freeze Dry is not necessarily the best move we have. But it may leave it frozen, you know? We'll go Psychic. It's going for Cell Trap. It's going to keep spamming Cell Trap because that's guaranteed kill. My Hun's an idiot. Psychic. I am fine with this situation. I am really fine with this. Like, if he wants to be an idiot with oh, he's not Cell Trapping this time. We kill! So it should be Flygon next. No, not Flygon. It should be Goodra next because he didn't use Goodra. He used Flygon beforehand because that forced me to swap out my from the thing. He's probably going to Aim Dance because that guarantees Thunder being able to hit a lot more. Which means we've got time to Freeze Dry. We can also Miracle because it has got that aspect to it where it's got nothing but special attacks. Which, you know, it's a thing we can utilize now. Because it's gonna go for one of Surf, Thunder, or Muddy Water. We inflict double damage taken. Or we did more than half. Freeze Dry does kill. I think. Still. Its ability is only Sapsiper, so yep. That's down. We're down to just the Duraludon. It's still Dragon typing. Does give it some advantages. It uses purely physical maneuvers. Our physical defense is not the best. Stone Edge and Iron Head will hurt. What do we have here? We have got Sucker Punch just to be a bit of a dick. And we have Freeze Dry, which, you know, if we Dynamax Max Hailstorm, that causes hail, which doesn't help it in the slightest. Max Darkness as well, lowers its special defense, so yeah, let's Max Hailstorm. This is why we've got Mr. Wine in the team. I added it to the team solely to deal with Duraludon, solely to help fight against dragons. I would like it to still be around for Eternatus, but fair enough if I fail on that one. The thing is he's utilizing the attack stat dragon, even though that's not the best option. He should be using special attacks. So this would hurt more if he just was using... Yeah, okay, we are going to die if we don't murder it well enough here. Max Hailstorm, that gets us out of the rain and into the hail, which will help out somewhat. We only dealt half. That's not good enough. But we are able to utilize the fact that we're in hail to deal more damage, so I'm going to do this. How much do we take the max steel strike up to? Basically all our health, okay. How does any of my Pokemon fare if we swap? We can't max game. Gigantic going second. I'll swap next turn. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to swap next turn after this to Grapple. Sadly, it is +3 defense, but that's fine. We can hurt it still. I have to use items, I'll use items if I have to. Good job, Mr. Wime. Now let us do this. Grapple locked. Dodging the stone edge. Good job. Now let's give it everything we've got. Grapple locked. Super power. Oh yeah, body press. Yeah, no, body press does damage. Super power. Yeah. And with that, we are done with the Champions Cup. Only 2 fights remain. Well, 2 trainer fights remain, and there is also the Eternatus battle. So 3 fights. We've got Woes and his steel types. I can deal with the steel types really easily. Eternatus and all that shenanigans, which does mean going into Something Will, which does mean one last encounter. I should probably make sure I've got a quick ball at the wedding. And of course, Champion Leon. Yeah. So we win. We win these. I'll sort it out so Frogwaner's up front for the Rose fight. You know what's weird is the tracker here doesn't have the Eternatus fight. Yeah, if you go onto the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon stuff, it actually does have the fight against the fights against Necrozma. I know I make it sound like it's actually not a hard fight. It's still a fucking brutally hard fight. Don't get me wrong. But to say that there's no way of counteracting Necrozma is wrong. Well, here we are. What a journey we've had. Let us enter the pitch, get cutscened out of the pitch, and head off to Woes. So while we're doing all that malarkey, Woes! And his team. He has this thing. Excalibur. Ferrothorn. Berserker. Kling Clang. And Copper Waja. And they all have the same sort of thematic going for them. They are all steel types, and 2 of them are steel, and then another type that's also weak to fire, meaning they're 4 times weak to fire, 4 times weak to fire, 4 times weak to fire, but in the fire. What's happening on the big screen? Nothing, as we're fleeing. No, he found our Discord DMs. No. I don't know what I'm insinuating. But Hammerlock. Leon is correct that it's like, why is he trying to deal with a problem 1,000 years in the future? It's like, true, 1,000 years from now, that it would be their problem 100%. And at the end of the day, that's definitely a thing. Is that... gotta deal with that, but anyway. Before we head off to Rose, however, we're actually heading off to the Slumbering Wild. Apparently, but I forget the order of things again, don't I? Well, actually, hold on. Yeah. This thing has it wrong. Where's Slumbering... oh, yeah. Slumbering Wild's all the way back at the top. Where the first encounters we had with it were... Pokemon that we couldn't catch because we didn't have Pokeballs at the time. Sonia's been too busy for the past couple of days in the Slumbering World to actually do her job with anything to do with Darkest Day. We're going to search for the Sword and Shield Pokemon, Sonia. Wow! These are useless! Our mother waves us off as we head into the woods once again. Where all began, well, our journey technically began. Me and Hope, we've done quite a bit. So, anyways, I'm just gonna now, no, you know what? We'll just throw balls at the first sign of things. Pardon me. Getting through this area without encountering stuff is a good idea. Although, to be fair, it's all like Scoverts and Rookies still, so chances of us actually not having encountered them is definitely wrong, although Rookity died horribly. Apparently, I definitely nicknamed Rookity, right? Anyway, we walked past where we were previously and wheezing, and Orbital. A Misty Seed. It boosts special defense on Misty Terrain, which requires you to have a Pokemon that utilizes Misty Terrain. There's even a fishing spot. Why? Here. Can I hop in the water for me? Yeah, I can. You use the tree to get up there, don't you? Life Orb. Boosts the power of our move at the cost of health. So the Slumbering World, we can now actually encounter some of these other things, like Stunfisk apparently, and Weezing, and Munna, and Orbital, and maybe Wishcash, or Barboach. So yeah, I'm not fishing. I'm just gonna... if we encounter something, we encounter something. Really, no matter what we catch, I don't think it will be all too useful. Maybe Glory and Weezing. Oh. Stunfisk. It's only level 45. We have quick balls. Right, okay. Well, if we catch it, we catch it. If we don't, we don't. Die. It's trying to drown me moth. You bastard. It's not very effective, but it's using iron defense. I'm gonna have to drop this. There we go. Again with the drowning. It's always with the drowning. This is our last encounter. Kind of a wet fart of an encounter, isn't it? To be fair, Glorian Reason probably wouldn't have been a bad option actually, because Tantus is dragon. Wish I'd went for that then. Oh well. Well, we caught one last Pokemon for our journey. Maybe it's useful, I don't know. Considering we'll be locked into fights, ground steel. Same issues as with Excadrill when it comes to weaknesses, so I'm just gonna call it Foot Eater and call it a day. Foot Eater, the Galarian Stunfisk. And for prosperity's sakes, we'll look in the bit here. It has the naughty nature. Attack up, special defense down, and it does have iron defense, bounce, muddy water, and snap trap. Snares the target in a snap trap for 4 to 5 times. Low power. But, yeah. Has Mimicry, which changes the Pokemon's type depending on the terrain. I'm assuming that means its type changes in, like, say, electric terrain, it becomes electric type, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's it for our encounters for this, unless we want to attempt unless we want to attempt gaining access to the Count Tundra. There's an elixir, thank you game, I actually was wanting one of those. And over here, TM86 Phantom Force. Vanishes somewhere, then strikes the target on the next turn, and hits even if the target protects itself. Nice little counter to those damn protect strats. Which none of our Pokemon can learn. And Eerie Impulse can be learned by Toxicity, but I might as well just be using Overdrive at that point. Is that what can be learned that one? Okay. I think at this one I'm not really going to be teaching any TRs or TMs. A trip through the slumbering world nets us a number of stuff. Smoke Ball would allow us to flee. Hello, Hop. We've made it to near to the end of this area. But yeah, the fog is definitely deep because, haha, doggos! A dog that is a sword and a dog that is a shield. The box legendaries, which we don't actually get on our own accord. Which is a shame. Sonia thinks that we may be just being mad again. A little bit, because we're just standing there, but you know. Hop keeps running off ahead like an idiot. There's nothing here. It's just stuff in the way. God damn it. Right. We just walk straight along and get to the altar. Like I said, our next actual proper fight's going to be against Rose, which we'll just murder the fuck out of with Volcarona. Simple as that. And then Eternatus. Oh, Eternatus. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a cheeky cheek and go on to Bulbapedia and show you what, or Cerebi.net for the purposes of showing off what it can do. Because the app doesn't. I have been live this entire time, right? One way to check, and that's on the phone. Yeah, I've been live. Okay. Confused really. Well, anyway, oh, I've already got Serbi up. Eternatus is a poison dragon, meaning it is weak to ice and ground and psychic, and those are other dragons. And it does have access to a move like Flamethrower to stop you from using your ice and steel types. Damn it. So that is the slight issue where it could actually prove to be an issue. Actually, what am I doing? So we grabbed the rusted sword and shield, so yeah, we need to go to Hammerlock. Better to do it like this. It's quicker. Thank you, Royhan, for being here, I guess, but anyway, we're going to help out to the best of our abilities. Alonia is prancing back and forth. She obviously wants us to stop Rose from getting murdered horribly, so, you know, fair enough and all that, but still, at the same time, you guys chose to do this. Like, I don't feel any sympathy when you could have not done this. I'm here to stop you. Yeah, in comes Eternatus and all that, but Leon's busy fighting it. And Rose confirms everything that we already knew at this point. And so we fight him. I'm not sure if there's anything I can say about this fight. We're just going to be murdering the steel types with Fiery Dance. We still have a little bit of damage from the Stunfist. Huh. That's not going to really be an issue. Oh, it's unfair that I'm too tough for you. Well, maybe if you did something other than steel types, I wouldn't be murdering you with a fire type. I wonder if he thinks Leon's the strongest. His team just can't beat a Charizard. Dance. I'm not even updating who we're fighting. We're just going through it so quickly. Like, he's being smart. He's not going for the Ferrothorn because it would just die one hit to our Pokemon real easily. Yet he's gonna have to now. It's either that or he's sending out his Copper Raja, which he'll be Dynamaxing. So, you know. I think I'll jump the gun on the Dynamax, actually. I don't need it for this, I'll just do it on the Copper Warrior, just so that we've Dynamaxed and we're definitely... I'm going for the overkill approach. Max Flare. Right, okay. One last Pokemon. Copper Warrior. Oh, I've accidentally unclicked anything. Pardon me. I mean, high horsepower does deal a decent bit of damage. Because Copper Warrior does have that base 130 attack, base 122 health. Shame it's slow and its defenses are not the best. But, you know. And also it becomes a lot more cubed. Speaking of cubes, reviews are out for a Minecraft movie. Sounds like it's exactly what I thought it would be based off of the first trailer alone. In which case, it's probably something that I'm not gonna bother watching because it doesn't seem like it's something that I'd enjoy. I'm not the biggest fan of Minecraft in and of itself, so maybe that's it. And like Minecraft fans will like it, kids will like it, and that's fair enough. It's a kids film after all. I haven't seen it myself, so, you know. Now, something I have seen is at least the first episode of the Devil May Cry anime. And it's like, it's a fun time, I'll admit. Having Nero's VA as Dante, however, a little short-sighted there, to be honest, because I just hear Nero voice coming from Dante, and I'm like, he does a good job. He does a good job as Dante, don't get me wrong, but just seems a bit weird on if you were going to cast someone to be Dante, don't cast someone who's already voicing a different character in the games, is my opinion. Especially a main character. Like, that's my logic, but what do I know? Capcom made their decisions. Oh, hold on, give me a moment. I need to make sure my team is definitely 100% healed. And it is not. Let me just heal for Corona up so that it's not going to die immediately. Well, it won't die immediately, just in terms of being used. I want to start with Tip Tap and held item wise. I'm going to give it an Assault Vest. I have an Assault Vest. I'm going to give it to it. This is going to counteract potential Flamethrower. Right, let us head on up and help out Leon. Meanwhile, Leon is standing there, menacingly, against an Eternatus, also standing, well, floating there, more like. Of course we come to help. Leon attempts to catch Eternatus and fails in movie form. Or rather we do get to see it. My bad, I'll Well, I guess we weren't needed here, as per usual in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And we'll never hear of Eternatus again. Anyway, I should mark that for victory against Woes. So our next actual fight other than Eternatus will be Leon's team of an Aegislash, Dragapult, Haxorus, Seismitoad, Cinderace, and Charizard. Level cap of 65. So you do have to be a bit careful on that one, I guess. What are the notes was 62, 62, 63, 64, 64, 65. Pressure is being exerted and all that, so that's fun. We're actually a little lower level. Yep, there's the flamethrower, as to be expected. I think we can survive another hit. Fuck! I thought it would. I thought it would live. What am I doing? I'm sending an extra drill. Just earthquake. No, it's going fast. But that version of the fight's now done. Huh. I guess Leon softened it up for it. Oh wait, no, never mind. It uses all of that energy to go into its final form. We're fucked. The gasp! It's a hand. So we're screwed. So, here's an issue. Technically, Tip-Toe's dead. Which means I'm going to have to do the switch. I'll switch to Vocal Weiner. Mr. Wime's dead. I'm going to have to swap it for something else in for the Leon fight. Darn. Also... yeah, we can't use any moves, and Eternatus won't actually hit us, but so we can like attempt to use moves. We did indeed. This is a bit of a cinematic situation where it's just like, yeah, we can't do anything. Back in the slumbering world by the altar. Sashian and Samacenta. They returned from the dead to help us in our very, very unfortunate times. Music's building up. And we get to see their powered up forms. Even with skip movies on, we have to watch this occur. And again we're back with Mr. Wime. Ugh. Wow, the power of the sword and the shield have made Mr. Wime live for this soul encounter. No, I'll swap. I'll swap. It died. Cool, my physical attack. Pardon me. And light screen. Oh, how I would have loved to have had that. Next one, wind. And fuck you, double. Yes, Hop. We can use our moves now. Yippee. I'm gonna set up a quiver dance. Having access to Sashi and Summer Center being here in the fight with us is useful, as they are able to deal a nice bit of damage to Eternatus and all that. Fucking hell. It's not very effective, but it'll do the job. We can actually fill the hole that's occurred in the party with Eternatus, actually. It's only in Snorlax top. No, not a bad idea, actually, I'll admit. Most damage being done by Behemoth Blade and Behemoth Bash is just the case of just slowly running it down, basically. So, yeah. Eternatus. There is nothing for Eternatus to be placed. Even though there should be. Crap, sight. Eternatus. Because this is the thing, Eternatus is a guaranteed catch. Or Bug Buzz. Because Matt's actually used Metal Clawing, so that does at least a little bit. They run out of Behemoth stuff. Great thing though is at this point, yeah, it's definitely, if we kept Mr. Wime out, it probably would go for us with Max Flare, and that would be sad, more so, but there we go. Also, Hammerlock Stadium doesn't have any other encounter and we have to catch it. It's a guaranteed catch. So, what ball would it be funny to have it in? Love ball? Yeah, love ball. We'll give Eternatus all of our love! Well, it's a guaranteed catch, so... Boom! We have Eternatus now. It won't be in the party necessarily right now, but we need to think of what to call it. We do not have enough letters for interplanetarily purpley thorny dragon, sadly. So, damn you. Damn you all. But yeah. One Eternatus in a love ball. We did it! The darkest day has been bested. Eternatus might not even get nicknamed because we're not getting with him that. And our Sword and Shield Pokemon go off into the blinding light! My eyes! Ah! One loading screen later. We cut to Wyndon a couple of days later, having, of course, rested thoroughly after that quite nightmarish fight. And also the funeral service for Tip Tap, Mr. Wime. In the days since, Rose has put himself has given himself up to the Wazzers. Fair enough. But we did it. And Leon wants to do the champion match. Fair enough. We will in a minute. First things first, how do I give me back my assault first? Secondly, once again, we get to before the final fight, and maybe a little bit grinding, possibly, maybe not, don't know. Some Pokemon a little under the level. Volcarona is of level, funnily enough. So, yeah, we don't get to nickname it, but I will check Eternatus for its thing. Commemorations to our beloved fallen Pokemon. Some did their job quite well in helping us get through the game, others not so. It is sad that Mr. Wime wasn't with us for long. What it did was not much. But it was a Pokemon on my team, and for that we must shed a tear. So, with that done, Eternatus is level 60 by default and is a good old Dragon Poison with a good amount of stats to it due to its whole nature of being legendary. And it has, despite it has cross poison, that's kind of neat. Then special maneuvers. And Dynamax Cannon is a move you could utilize against the Charizard. He will Dynamax the Charizard. So Dynamax Cannon will deal a lot more damage. It is a bashful, meaning no ups or downs, and it was on the tower summit, so it counts. So that's the area it counts as. Thing is that its special attack is definitely better, which means if I want to use it, I might swap out cross poison for a different maneuver. I'm actually going to put it on the team. It's level 60. It will help out. So yeah. Might just double check what moves I have that I could teach it. But yeah. So yeah. Here we go. With Leon. First things first, he'll start off with will be Aegislash, a steel ghost type that in its defensive form will have quite high defensive stuffs. Depends on whether it decides to use King Shield turn 1 or not. It lowers attacking Pokemon's attack by 2 stages on contact and switches it to shield form. However, if it chooses to go for an attack, which it might very well do so, it will switch into attack form where its attack stats become 140 base. That's how Aegislash works. apparently there is a maneuver here that is super effective. So, which would be Sacred Sword, because it's still, because extra is still. So, yeah. 3 immunities of normal fighting and poison. That's really useful actually. And quite a lot of resistances. So bring your ghosts, dark, fires and grounds to the fight. They'll help out quite nicely. So we'll probably do a good thing where it'll probably be best for us to start with Full Corona, Might Kingshore turn 1, so we'll Quiver Dance, then start trying to sweep. Then we've got this lovely thing that actually assists our maneuvers, damn it, in Dragapult, Dragon Ghost. It's a pseudo-legendary, so base 600, because of course it fucking is. Again, ghosts, dark, ice, fairy, dragons. So, other dragons, and of course, yeah, dark types. Man, if only we had a dark type lying around somewhere. I did add Eternatus to my thing. I don't know why it's... Why is it not... I added Eternatus to the team. Alright, let's do this properly. So Serena's in. Eternatus is in. Extra's currently in. Electricity. Where is for Corona? And Graplock. There we go. But yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. I should put this up. So yeah. So yeah, then it's Haxorus with its pure Dragonus, so Ice, Fairy, Dragon, and it has Outrage, like also Earthquake to counteract various of the Pokemon I have, so yeah, this could be brutal if I don't have a fairy maneuver I could utilise, really. But then it's got Poison Jab and Iron Tail, both coverage maneuvers there. That's the thing, Haxorus is actually going to hurt. Like, we could possibly tank the Outrage and go from there. Potentially. But then it also has Earthquake to stop me from just going in with stuff that would be able to tank it. Seismitoad is a water ground. It was 4 times weak to grass, so Serena is just going to do a real good job here. Does have Toxic, so it can put a Pokemon on a timer. Then Cinderace and Charizard, both fire types. We have plenty of ways dealing with fire at this point in the ground, water and rock variety. If we really want it to, we could level up a Dreadnought. Dreadnought would do real good, actually. Pyro Ball does hurt a bit, so we just got to keep that in mind for various of our Pokemon. Acrobatics is double power because no item, so we could do a trickery thing with that. Then the Charizard has Fire Blast, Air Slash, Solar Beam, and Agent Power. 4 times weak to Rock, 2 times weak to Electric and Water. So Toxicity definitely will be useful in trying to beat up the Charizard. I'm just spitballing ideas. It's level 65. We'll start off with for Corona against the Aegislash, and yeah, this is my team. We'll go in with this. If we die, we die, and hey, we made it to the final fight. That's great. I should probably save. We haven't saved in ever, so there we go. It's no turning back now. Actually, let's leave here. We will. Actually, let's go to our bag. One thing we should probably do is just double check what we've got XP candy wise and just level a little, possibly. Yeah, we have a rare candy we can give. We can give to Eternatus, give it a level, just which will help it out. And it does nothing but attack. I'll give it Assault Fest. Just Dazzling Gleam is a maneuver we could utilise. The dragons that there are. Sadly, the only Pokemon that wants to learn that would be Serena, which doesn't utilise it as well as she could. Can't learn Leaf Blade, which is really annoying me. Horn Puff, Skull, Mega Horn, Bug Buzz, Dark Pulse, Crunch. Sludge Wave! Oh yeah, I'm having that over Cross Poison. We can also go for Toxic Strats on Toxtricity due to that stuff there. If I go Charizard against Excadrill, it dies to Fire Blast and is slower. Damn. If I had Baton Pass. Those are Toxic Spikes with Tantus, like start with that, set up Toxic Spikes. I wish I had physical. I wish I actually had like physical fairy moves I could teach Serena actually in a way. Shame I don't. Right, this will do. Let us cycle our way over to the stadium. Oh, I missed. I didn't turn at the right time. So, for anyone watching this, whether it's after the streams or during the streams, how well do you think I did? Was there anything I could have done better? Is there which generation should I try Nuzlocking next? Please don't say 3 or 5. Please don't say 3 or 5. Because I don't really have... preferably ones I can actually stream. So maybe Shining Pearl? Maybe let's... No, maybe not Let's Go. Let's Go might not work in the same vein. Because of how you level in the game, you physically wouldn't be able to catch Pokemon. Which would be bad. Anyway, let's slow this down. Let's do this. Let's do this. The following is your main event. And it is for the title of Pokemon Champion. Introducing the challenger, Nuzlocke. That'd be us. And introducing your world champion, Leon! Ah, even dialogue for if you've added a Tanatus to the team. That's neat. No, that's actually neat. I like that. I like that. Good idea. Good idea, Dan. Here we go. Let the battle begin. It does the same thing Hop does. You can tell they're siblings. Of course, he is number 1. We could Dynamax immediately, try and do a bit of a sweepy sweep, but he might switch to Seismitoad, so not the wisest decision basically. We'll Quiver Dance this time because we could always King Shield. Yep, King Shield, we predicted the King Shield. Good. Do I go for 2? Nah, let's just go for the 1. Fiery Dance. Yeah! Sadly, because we go fast, he's still in defense position. But it doesn't matter, we do it. Yep, Aga Slash down. Aga Slash down. 1 down. 5 more to go. Who shall he be sending out? Yeah, Seismitoad. That was to be expected. Earthquake and Liquidation will hurt us. We sadly can't utilise our stat increases now. We have to switch. And we are actually lower level. For the first time in a while. Serena goes out. And we're on a timer. drop kick. Its Earthquake will hurt, but we'll take it and strike because I can full restore next time. It will hurt a little bit. It's like, it's that or Drain Punch, and yep, we take out the Siphon Toad, nothing else can get poisoned. We can full restore. We can full restore Serena at a later point. Might be worth me switching, depending on what comes out next. Cinderace, yep, we're switching. We have to switch. Pyro Ball will kill. A guarantee kill at this point. Gravelock has Liquidation. We'll go for that. We actually have more stats overall, better, but we're a lot slower. Power Ball still hurts though. What the fuck? And we're slower. Which Pokemon can tank a Pirate Ball? Okay. Tarnatus. We need to be able to tank the Pirate Ball. Oh, went for Acrobatics. Sludge Rage will do more. I can heal. I'm gonna do a good bit of healing. Now we're guaranteed to definitely not die to Acrobatics. Or the Sludge Wave. Sadly, what we've got left are 2 Dragons and Charizard. So we're going to have to switch out. Part of me's hoping for Dragapult. Haxorus seems quite scary, to be honest. Oh no, it's the more scary option. What can tank? No, no, no. Tarnatus can't. Our only solace is that we are faster. Or we should be faster. I'm gonna hedge my bets, Dynamax Cannon. Little lower level, but we're faster. That's good. If we let out Rage, I'd be fucked. So it should be Dragapult next. Similar situation, we can Dynamax Cannon. I could also possibly heal, actually. Because it does not have the same luxury. Actually, yeah, I want to heal. It goes for Dragon Breath. How much do we take? Okay, that's not too bad. Let's Dragon Pulse. Ah, we're slower. Okay. Paralysis. All right, I'm switching. Oh, we can heal it. I'm switching to Toxtricity now. We can Dynamax now and go from there. Oh, we can't deal with that. Oh wait, no way. I've done a bad play. Toxtricity doesn't really have anything that's effective. But that hurt more than I thought it would. So we could do that. Actually, we could Toxic, actually. I'm setting up Toxic. And then I'm switching. How does Foghorn fare against the various moves? Quite a lot better because it's got the special defense to do so. Because then I'm going to start max full restoring my team because I need to. I want Eternatus to actually be in a state it can Dynamax Cannon Charizard if need be. Right, I'm going to use one full restore on Eternatus and then I'll start hitting it with moves. Pokemon can't do much in terms of effectiveness. No, pardon me either. I was hoping to have missed the rhyme still. We'll hit it. We'll hit it with a Bug Buzz. Shadow Ball, we can take it. Just guaranteeing that the Dragon Port's dealt with, which means we're down to Charizard. I would like to say that my team live these, which means I'm going to need to switch because it has Air Slash and Agent Power, whereas Eternatus can tank it. They give you a counter to Charizard, basically. I'm swapping. Maybe I could have sacked Volcarona, just guaranteed Serena won't be available, but or Grapple Lock. I exert my pressure! I think it's worth saying that this game is an easy game. Pokemon Sword and Shield is an easy generation. It's an easy to pick up one. If you have a Switch, or hey, in the future a Switch 2, and it's still compatibility does work as intended, then you know, if this is how you first get into Pokemon, sure. In terms of Nuzlocke, this is the first one that's made it all the way here on the stream. I've practiced a bit with Crystal, and yeah, it's alright. But then again, it's Crystal. It's like a lot more simpler in terms of all the mechanics and whatnot. So take that what you will. But yeah, Dynamax Cannon does double the power because Charizard's Dynamaxed. As you can see, outside of like something horribly bad happened, which didn't, we win this. We win this. One last Dynamax Cannon. And with that we did it. Leon has soundly been defeated. Some level ups, and it's over. Leon has been deformed, your winner and new Pokemon champion. We did it! For the second time now, we have finished Pokemon Sword on the stream. Just as enjoyable as the previous time, obviously. Pokemon, I do like this generation, I gotta say. But with that, we've done it. We have beaten Leon, and therefore the Nuzlocke is completed. Well, that's the end of the main story. The only stuff left over is, of course, fighting Mustard with Tubfu to get it to become Urshifu. I would need to spend a while grinding Tubfu up to a good high level to be able to do that. Also with, of course there is also all of the areas in the Crown Tundra, but again, just like with the main playthrough, it's pretty much just, if I want the legendaries, sure. That's really it. So, once again. So once again, while we celebrate with our team. Like this is an unknown rookie. I swear we nicknamed it. But Grookey, Rookity, Hoot Hoot, Alolan Ninetales, Cantonian, Raichu, and Mr. Wyme all fell. We only lost 6 Pokemon. I think that's pretty good, actually. We did a good job. And of course, there's all of our various Pokemon that helped us with the various gyms throughout the game. I hope anyone who's watched this all the way through, whether it's on as it's happened live, like right now, hello anyone who is here, it has enjoyed it, and anyone who's watched this in after the fact, I hope you enjoyed it as well. That's Toby Fox 7 the sound. Gee, I wonder why he keeps getting all the money to keep working on Deltarune. That's something for the future, actually, on potential once I have a Switch 2 or whatnot. Deltarune. Never actually played it. Played Until a whole bunch. I haven't played Deltarune. Don't know why. I hope people enjoyed. And if you do enjoy, then hey, you can always like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and do all the things that are on YouTube. Of course, moving forward, I'll take a bit of a Pokemon break as per usual, so probably a day or two. We'll be playing more Final Fantasy XIV, obviously, hopefully not getting party members like I did in Turtle Wag when we go and do more dungeons, and of course we'll be going towards Titan. That's a fun fact in that one, in One We're Born. And of course there's the 3 houses playthrough I did start, that's to do with that's the Black Eagle route. Don't know whether I'll don't know how far along that I will go, but we are in chapter 2 of that, and of course I might pick back up a game or 2 that we were playing on the channel and then just randomly stopped, and of course other games that I desire to play on console will be done. Of course, there's no real way of skipping this, is there? No, there is not. But yeah, at the end of the day, we remember the ones that we've lost. We celebrate our champion team. Serena, Excadrill, Toxicity, Volcarona, Grapploct. Amazing Pokemon. I love them to pieces. Eternatus, let's just face it, I was using it as a clutch to guarantee that I didn't have to worry about the Charizard. So, yeah. With that, I wish you all a good day. Or a good night, depending on time zone and when you're watching this. From me, Christopher, from Emotional Support Jigglypuff. We'll see you next time. Bye bye. And of course, Nintendo thanking us all to end it off. You're welcome, Nintendo. A load of Wooloos. That's the way to end it.